I'm Brian Leakley, and I'm going to show you how to make a best and worst memories graph. Start with a piece of scratch paper, 8.5 by 11 or larger, I recommend. Some kind of backing for it to write on. And you can use a pen or a pencil or a magic marker. And you begin by folding it in half the long way, increasing it, and then use that crease as a guide to bisect it with a line horizontally, like that. Now when you finish the graph, whatever is above the line will be your happy memories, and what's below the line will be your unhappy memories. And the farther above the line, the happier the memory, and the farther below the line, the unhappier the memory. Then you take the piece of scratch paper and fold it in half the short way 4 times. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And when you open it up, you will have 15 vertical lines, or creases. Then you take your pencil or pen or magic marker and make your vertical lines. Just follow the creases and make your vertical lines. And then you count by 5s, corresponding to years of your life. 5 years old, 10 years old, 15 years old, 20 years old, and so on. Until you get down here, it goes up to 80 on this chart. And you fill in the years. Like, I was born, the top is when I was born, and I was born in 1942. So I was 5 years old in 1947, and 10 in 1952, and 15 in 1957, and so on. I'm 71 now, so I'm not quite down to 75 and 80. So that pretty much is just right for my life. Of course, you would put your own years in there. And depending on how old you are, if you're quite a bit younger, you might count by 6s or 7s, as I explained in the text. Another option, like here's for someone 40 years old. This one I folded the paper 3 times instead of 4 times, so there's only 7 vertical lines. I guess 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, or 40 years old. And then you mark on the chart, as I said before, towards the top for the happier it is, and towards the bottom the unhappier it is. Events in your life, days or moments in your life that were particularly happy, joyous, or sad, or awful. Like here, when I was 12, I saw a scarlet tanager in the North Woods, and for me that was a wondrous experience, just by happened to be. Here I graduated from college. Here I got jilted by my fiancée of the time. Here my mother had a stroke. I found her on the floor. That's awful. Here I got married. That was a happy occasion. Here my wife and I separated. That was unhappy. A few months later we reunited. That was happy. And here my novel got published. That was an accomplishment. So those are the ones I could think of offhand. You know, you don't need to be thorough and have every happy and sad occasion of your life on. Just the ones you can think of in 5-10 minutes, and then as time goes on, you can add more. But when you're doing this exercise, you think through these events and pick one that you happen at that time to be drawn to, that is more on your mind than the others, or just pick one at random. For my example in the text, I chose when my mother had a stroke. And so when you pick one, so relive it in your mind, all of what happened and all that you experienced, and mainly relive the emotions that you had. And then let your imagination bring to you an imaginary memory or imagining of a fictional event with fictional people, another time, another place, entirely different circumstances, but with that same complex of emotions felt by the main character, the point of view character of that fictional episode or scene. Then you use that as your prompt in writing in a free write. You just write as fast as you can with that prompt in mind. And that's the technique. Thank you.